who you wound up supporting in the election, presidential election.
None of your business.
None of my business?
None of your business.
In a world dominated by political correctness and divisive narratives, Denzel Washington stands out as a voice of wisdom, clarity, and raw honesty. The Hollywood legend isn't afraid to share his thoughts on race, politics, and society's real challenges. Today, we explore how Denzel critiques woke culture and the powerful message behind his views. Denzel addresses.
What do you think about that?
I don't have to think about it. I've lived it. I've been the guy at the Oscars without my name being called. I've been the guy at the Oscars when my name is called. I've been the guy at the Oscars when everybody thought they was going to call my name and they didn't. So I've lived it.
So what would you say to the people who are looking at this process and saying it's unfair?
Yeah, and so what? You gonna give up? If you're looking for an excuse, you'll find one.
In race.
You can find it wherever you like. You can't live like that. You just do the best you can do.
Addresses the issue of discrimination at the Oscars with a clear stance. While excuses are always available, true progress requires hard work and dedication. His words challenge the mindset of victimhood, often promoted by woke culture. Instead of focusing on discrimination, he emphasizes accountability and perseverance. Despite existing injustices, Denzel believes success is built through persistence, not by blaming the system. His empowering approach shifts the narrative from oppression to overcoming challenges through effort and resilience. Expanding on these ideas, Denzel's insights on race and culture offer a deeper way to...
So why did he need a black director? Could a white director not have
It's not
produced this
color,
work?
it's culture.
Explain the difference, because I think we're in a
Steven
space
Spielberg
right
did Schindler's List.
now.
Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? Steven Spielberg could direct Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese probably could have done a good job with Schindler's List, but they're cultural differences. You know, I know, you know, we all know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning, what it smells like. That's a cultural difference, not just a color difference.
to bridge divides without resorting to shallow solutions. He highlights storytelling's universal value through a comparison of Spielberg directing Schindler's List and Scorsese directing Goodfellas. For Denzel, it's not about identity markers like race, but the cultural insights and lived experiences that creators bring to the narrative. Denzel's perspective challenges woke culture's focus on surface-level identity, advocating for responsibility, resilience, and genuine understanding instead. Denzel Washington emphasizes the importance of authenticity and genuine connections in storytelling.
So what is the long-term effect of too much information? The polarization of the electorate? A meaner-spiritedness?
False information as well, because the whole fake news thing.
Pick one. It's not just one. That's the flavor of the day. Every day is something else. People have to understand, are you using your device or is your device using you? Can you put it down? Can you turn it off?
You're talking about literally the places people get their information from.
I don't care what information. Pick one. Phone, television. You know, it used to be news. Now it's opinion news. Oh, glasses. We have 3 experts on the right, 3 on the left. Let's discuss. Ooh, light bulbs. We have 3 experts on the right. That's not news. That's opinion news.
Well,
over and over and over. Cycle, 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 cycle. What is the long-term effect of too much information? If you're sitting there and you're thinking it's the gospel, what I'm saying to people is, to all of us, I'm not knocking the phone. What I'm saying is we have to understand, we have to at least ask ourselves, around the world, you here in England, wherever you are, what is it doing to us?
Highlighting how cultural insights bring narratives to life. This sets the stage for his critique of how both information and misinformation shape our worldview. In a landscape flooded with opinions, Denzel raises a crucial question. How can we truly find the truth? His message is clear. We must become more discerning about the information we consume. This challenges the woke movement, which often capitalizes on viral outrage and hasty judgments. Instead of...
You know, I think this is what I think. I think we as Americans better learn to unite. I think we as Americans need to put our elected officials' feet to the fire and demand that they work together, or they won't get back in office. You know, in this age we live in, this accelerated information age, we're getting further and further apart. We're not getting together. We're getting further and further and further apart. Everybody can't be right. But I think this is an opportunity, actually. You see how people are being energized and protesting and all that. But I think this is an opportunity for us to look at ourselves as a country and say, are we together, really? And are we holding our elected officials accountable to making sure that they're working together? Not just, hey, you're on your side, I win what I win, you win what you win. Because this is what is happening. This is what's happening. And God only knows where it's going.
Reacting impulsively, Denzel encourages critical thinking and resisting manipulation by the constant noise of the media. Denzel also underscores the necessity of accountability, both personal and political. He challenges the divisive, us versus them mindset often promoted by woke culture, stressing that meaningful change comes not from being loud or polarizing, but from working collaboratively and demanding responsibility from our leaders. In a society that frequently fosters division, Denzel champions unity and introspection. He urges us to reflect on whether
I think it's more important to make headway in our own house. By the time the system comes into play, the damage is done. They're not locking up 7-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know, I was in Chicago a couple of 3-4 weeks ago, and we saw these little kids on bikes with masks on the side of their head, like 5 or 6 of them. And the driver said, yeah, they're little yummies. I said, who? He said, little yummies. Look up, Google Little Yummy. Little Yummy was an 11-year-old murderer.
Wow.
And you look at his picture, you'll see the headshot of him, he's like this. And he got murdered at 11 by a 14-year-old.
Wow.
Who's doing life now, and a 16-year-old.
It makes no sense.
You blame the system? Where was his father? It starts in the house. It starts in the home. And yeah, well, my father got locked up. Well, where was his father?
Yeah.
You know, like I did talk about my 3 closest friends, and they did, 15 and 25. One did 28, this and that. I was the only one of the 3 that had a father in my life, even though my parents were together. But I still had a father who was a gentle man and a good example, and they didn't. We can blame the system if we want, but they didn't lock any of us up at 7.
Yeah.
We were all doing enough to get locked up at 13. My parents sent me in another direction. They didn't have anybody to help them, and they kept doing what they was doing, and the system got them. So
we are genuinely united or merely pretending while perpetuating discord. Ultimately, Denzel emphasizes personal responsibility, suggesting that genuine change must begin within ourselves and our families. By focusing on self-reflection and accountability, he believes we can foster a stronger, more united society that prioritizes collaboration over conflict. Denzel Washington emphasizes that true responsibility lies not in external systems, but in the foundations built at home. This sharp critique of contemporary...
Race relationships have to do with race relationships. You're white or whatever you are, I'm black or whatever I am. We're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done. You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other. We have to step forward and ask questions about each other and engage. There's no law that says, oh, because I'm president, you all got to get along now. So it's up to us.
Culture shifts the focus from blaming outside forces to strengthening families and communities. He reminds us that meaningful change begins within, long before external influences take hold. This concept of unity and accountability is crucial for fostering better interactions, particularly across racial and cultural divides. Denzel highlights the importance of genuine human relationships, emphasizing that true connections between different races are built through conversation, not laws or policies. He argues that the government cannot enforce mutual understanding. Only individuals can achieve that by engaging and connecting with one another. This directly challenges...
When I was 20, I worked for I grew up in Mount Vernon, New York. I worked for the sanitation department. I was a garbage man.
You were a garbage man?
I was a garbage man. I worked the back of the truck, 22 square blocks. That's hard. Doing movies, there's nothing that we do in the movies that's hard.
I used to deliver for United Parcel Service on a truck.
Right.
That was hard.
Yeah.
This is a joke.
Is woke culture's reliance on legislative measures and top-down solutions for addressing racial issues. Denzel's message is clear. Real change comes from open dialogue and personal interactions, not rules or regulations. He stresses the importance of personal responsibility in building relationships between communities. Drawing from his own life experiences, Denzel underscores that dedication and accountability are critical to achieving success, values he himself exemplifies. Ultimately, Denzel's message is one of empowerment. Genuine effort.
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
So what do you do?
That's a great question. What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth. We live in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it, sell it. Anything you practice, you'll get good at, including BS.
Self-reflection and commitment to personal growth are the keys to building character and fostering meaningful, lasting connections. Denzel Washington highlights that true success emerges from the everyday challenges faced by regular individuals, contrasting it with the seemingly insignificant glamour of Hollywood. This observation cuts through the allure of celebrity culture, emphasizing that authentic achievement is rooted in hard work, not fame or popularity. In a society that often elevates celebrities as moral guides, Denzel shifts the focus back to reality, stressing the importance of grounded values and genuine effort. He further critiques the media's role in shaping public perceptions, especially in an era rife with misinformation. Denzel points out how narratives are often promoted without proper fact-checking, a critique that also extends to woke culture's reliance on swift reactions and viral moments. He stresses that truth and integrity must always take precedence over speed and spectacle in reporting and discussions. Denzel's message is clear. Personal responsibility, critical thinking, and unity are essential to navigating today's complex world. He urges us to look beyond surface-level narratives perpetuated by woke culture and to take control of our lives through introspection and accountability. Now, we turn the question to you. What are your thoughts? Do you align with Denzel's views on race, culture, and accountability, or do you see things differently? Share your opinions in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more thought-provoking content.